Hi, welcome to this video. It's not gonna be technical at all. We are about to launch our new ISOs, and with it comes always a release article and an update how to stay rolling, right? And two videos, or sometimes in one that's showing how to just keep rolling, that's already online, and one to show what's new this month. But this is gonna be a little bit too long, and as we've told you in November, and so we say, okay, in Christmas time we'll do a makeover of our website. So we've done that, and then this video is about the makeover. So let me go into that article here that we've put online. What you need to know is that this is a knowledge sharing community. So ArcoLinux and as a consequence ArcoLinux, we have a learning path provided here. It's like going to the university and going to learn about XFCE and later on other desktops, and eventually installing ArcoLinux, and eventually create your own distro, build your own ISOs. It's all in here. It's a whole story that we cover, and because of it we have a distinction between when in phases, and because of it with distinction in websites. So that's important to know. If we're talking about the websites, and of course don't forget the forum, then we are talking about a learning path in our mind. It's always present. Where should I post this? I'll post it on arcolinux.com because, or on ArcoLinux because, right? So it's important for you as a newcomer to know what ArcoLinux is all about. And let's go into the details. So we've changed the downloads here. The downloads page is more predominant. It's at the beginning. It's not when it was used to be here somewhere. So the downloads ISOs, we've listened to your comments. So please keep giving comments about the websites, how we can improve. We have here this quick download selection. So immediately, if you're not new to ArcoLinux, you just know what to download and where to download it. So it's just click, 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 and you have it. Now, if you're totally new, you probably are best to read what's down here. So again, a small infographic to tell you, okay, what can you choose as if you visit us for the first time, what is all that, right? Then again, the where to download the options, and then the first facts. This is new. We tend to provide here the knowledge that you require for the first time. If you never burned an ISO to a USB, here it's explained. SourceForge is too slow, here's what you can do. So we have this fact that opens up and that you can take a look at if you need it, right? And this gives us a rather small footprint on the page, but when you open everything up, it becomes bigger, and the information is all available on different tutorials, different websites. So there's lots and lots of information available, and that's of course the challenge we have, to provide you the right information at the right time when you're looking for it. So with these sentences, we do hope that you are helped immediately. If not, just tell us, Eric, I was having trouble finding this, it should be on this page. Then great, we'll add it. Okay, so the download page got some kind of new improved FAQ. That's good. We had already the download documents, so the cheat sheet is here. It's also documented in here. And then we've changed all the Start Here menus. All the Start Here menus on all the websites are well, similar. They are, you'll recognize the way it's built up. It's all Start Here, and the goal is for a newcomer to just click the bottom, the top, and go to the bottom and read all the articles that we provide you. It's always similar. So that's good to recognize. Let's go here to recognize again the same structure over and over till it's in your head. So to start here, we have add it in all the other websites as well. Choose your project. So that I hope that way you know what ArcoLinux stands for. Again, the learning path. The phase 1, what it is. XFCE OpenBox i3 in the phase 2. Can be anything really. Any desktop, 15 of them, right? But phase 2 is just XFCE OpenBox and i3 because those are the desktops from phase 1. And in phase 3 you get the rest, so 12 others. Phase 4, build your own ISO. Phase 5, forget about Arco, go to ArcoLinux, and maybe later on getting some spices in, as we call it. So getting elements in from ArcoLinux on ArcoLinux. And last but not least, phase 6, Carly. So every website has again the choose your project. So you are aware in what phase you are and what choices you can make. And the second link here is the very important link, and we've completely rewritten it to make clear that every month there's a release article. So I still have to write it for January. Every month we have a what is new video. I still have to make that one. Every month there's a how to stay rolling video. It's already online on YouTube. Stay on top of things, and how you do that? Well, join us on YouTube, because many solutions or issues or interesting stuff or theming and configuration and so on, it's all on ArcoLinux. People ask me a question on the forum, on Discord, I immediately create a video. You ask a question that concerns everyone, we make a video. It's just for one person, something very, very specific. Well, I'll help you with not gonna be making a video. That's how it goes. So we are all about knowledge sharing. That's ArcoLinux. It's in a nutshell. Join us on YouTube, Discord, Telegram, then of course the normal guys, ArcoLinux forum, Facebook page, Instagram, and MeWe, I think we should pronounce it. And then again trying to explain what these ISOs are about, whether it's a complete one and a minimal one. And here you have to choose everything, but build it. Choose. What ArcoLinux is, I'll let you read this. This is not changed since the past. And again, emphasis on this learning path. And if you still don't get what this learning path is about, again, it drops open and some more information if you like it, if you need. A new page we started to, which was there like in November, but which is now all filled out with super concentrated knowledge of ArcoLinux and ArcoLinux. That's this one. So fast track. If something is missing, guys, let me know. I'll put it in here. It's changed into phases. It's like a chronology, so a timeline. Before installing, what do I need to know? I need to download it. I need to check it for errors. Maybe I would like to know how to write it. Any information regarding BIOS UEFI, any information about NVIDIA. How do I get information at ArcoLinux? Well, come join us on social media, because some things happened recently on ArcoLinux and we had to intervene manually. We all had to do that. So you need to be aware that there are news channels and that you should subscribe to them. And then we're going to install. So Calamares is our installer, and we have made a small link, but it's a very important link. Learn about Calamares. If you get stuck somewhere, if you want to go encrypting with triple boot and Windows is there, etc., it's all on that article. So have a look. Dual booting with Linux or Windows, encrypting, installing ArcoLinux, where to get help. So all the information that we think you require is here. If you need more information, tell us. We'll put another link in here. So after installation, what do we do? Lots and lots of videos about it. Things to do after clean installation. How about the different kernel? Bluetooth is not working or can be improved. A resolution display. And the wallpaper changes. All kinds of information that I think you require. Now Pacman is our package manager. So if you want to install something, sudo pacman -s firefox, right? And you've installed it. So all this information is about pacman, and it's super important you get to know this. If you're coming from Debian, or if you're even coming from Windows and never seen Linux before, you need to have a look at it, read through it, and say, okay, I will always have this page available. You don't need to memorize it, but it's here. PAMAC is a more graphical updater and installer and remover, so you can do help that, use that as well. And then we have our AUR, or Arch User Repository helpers, Yay and Trizen. So this information is a concentrated bit of concentrated page of ArcoLinux and also ArcoLinux information. Help us make it better. If we're missing something, tell us. The vision has not changed, of course not. So the page only contains, I think, a new version here, new layout page, new infographic. That's interesting to know. I need to fix the images. So we have not only restyled and restructured and made a makeover and added content, but also in the backend we've taken a look at the MySQL database. We've taken a look at all the images that are not needed and can be disposed of. So we have now a very small, efficient website. So that's the reason why some of the images will be gone. And please report me when images are gone. Tell me, Eric, you're missing one there, because I will not visit every page of all the websites. So this one is noted. The Who page is where we put our ArcoLinux theme. So we update our page from time to time. So we have a lot of people investing their time, free, I might add. So thank you guys. This is the moment for me to say thank you very much indeed. So this is actually an ArcoLinux logo that I'm missing, so I'm gonna check for that as well. So the Who page, I've made a new page for the privacy policy. So disclaimer was already there. Quite liked this text here this is copy paste from Manjaro, because it says something about the Borg attacking the country or something like that. Control V, Borg, just voila, the Borg assimilation, that's the word. Great, of course, and frogs falling from the sky, fantastic. But of course, you know, when you install things, we don't guarantee anything. Your system might get broken. What you do is always back up, back up, back up. Your essential data is somewhere else. Extra hard disk, external hard disk, the cloud, somewhere else. And the privacy policy, that's new, starting from today actually. Just wrote it. So that's available as well now, officially. Then what have we done? The gallery, we have thrown away lots and lots of images. So we're just having the images, these three guys. I just made them myself quickly, because we've thrown out all our images. All the Arch merge from back in 2-3 years time are gone, and we just kept a few of them, and we're gonna re-add new images to it. In the meantime, go and have a look at our photo stream. So lots of images are on Flickr. I've not been using it currently, but these guys are now from 2020-01-06, as you see. But there's a lot of information. I think about 500 images or more. That's just in here waiting for you to take a look at. So that's a gallery. We're going to improve it. And then the blog, nothing changed here really. Articles still here, brand design. The help that used to be here is now down here. So if you want to be an AAG tester, you can. If you want to be a beta tester, you can. And the GitHubs where they are available. That's new, I think. New page I created just to show you. github.com/ArcoLinux, ArcoLinuxD, ArcoLinuxB, ArcoLinuxISO. And then the beta pages, if you want to know, if you see things changing, if you want to know what's going on what we've changed. So this new conky that we are using now, powered by ArcoLinux there up the top, is created by ZVR and applied then by me on ArcoLinux in a conky. And that's great, right? Always improving. So this is where I communicate with my beta testers, saying, okay, this is new, Awesome has an F12, go check it, and stuff like that. The donation page, did I change anything there? No, I don't think so, but it might be worth mentioning. If you like this project, then become a patron or buy a t-shirt or donate some money. It will all help, well, the life, or the, how do you say, the continuance, or the continuity, that's the word, continuity of our project. Listing is, in every website you have a listing, and I think it helps people. I've already heard people talk to me and said to me, okay, great, we have this. We just scroll through it and we can have a look what's in there, and Control F, and we search for a word and we're gone. We know what to do. And if you want to contact us, well, this is the way to contact, and a little arithmetic and everything will be fine. You submit and that's it. So that's ArcoLinux info. Moving over to ArcoLinux.com. ArcoLinux.com is for learning phase 1. It's always in the back of our mind, right? It's always in the back of our mind. I point you again to the most important. Those two links will be the concentrated information for any people visiting or revisiting ArcoLinux. So we point you in that direction again. So in this website, you're going to learn about XFCE, OpenBox, i3, and anything Linux. If I don't know where to post it, if it's a general information about Linux, it's going to be here. Okay, just so you know it. Again, we find a start here, and we find a choose your project. We know the look, we know what it is. It's the same look as on ArcoLinux info as on all the others, pointing you in the direction of our 6 phases and the websites that go with it. This is new. Pre-installation gives us an overview of all the stuff, all the articles that might be interesting for you if you have not installed yet. Do you want to know something about, this is a new article by the way, everything you need to know about installing Linux, BIOS, UEFI, motherboard settings. Anything you should know prior to getting involved in Linux, that's in here. If we're missing something, again, tell us, make us smarter, and we'll share the knowledge with the others. Everything you need to know about burning an ISO to USB. I see so many attempts and so many people failing in writing an ISO. Have a look, maybe this will work. Connecting to the internet via Wi-Fi, any desktop, booting up, not having any Wi-Fi available, not having a LAN cable available, only Wi-Fi, there is always a solution in Linux. So lots of articles about pre-installation. Now we go to the next phase, then we want to install. Again, pointing to the possibility about pre-installing and post-installing articles, but then we get started. If you want to know something more about BIOS, because maybe you don't visit this link. So I'm making you aware there is information about that as well. There's information about VirtualBox, information about all these things, and you scroll down. Information about Calamares, our installer, everything you need to know about the Calamares, and everything you need to know about dual booting if you use also Intel Ucode. Intel Ucode. So this is the video. This is the only video we require. This is always, this article always contains the latest ArcoLinux. That's why it's no version. How to install ArcoLinux is the latest version, always. You see the number and you take the largest number. I think I better get my cat in. Little pause here. All right, she's in. It's a she. And then we go for, after the installation, we go to the post-installation. That's also something new. Post-installation means, okay, we've installed it, we've rebooted, and then Maybe there's an issue or a problem you want to solve with dual booting. Maybe you want to install Nemesis. Maybe you don't have internet. Maybe you want to see at our compact installation guide for ArcoLinux, which is also here, compact guide, right? So this contains all the articles I ever made concerning something, information, knowledge about what to do after an installation. Okay, so you take a look at it. Things to do after is trying to give you a summary about things that I would do after a clean installation, and doing the mirrors, the update, you a file poll, you just take a look. What I do doesn't mean you have to do it, but it gives you an overview of all the things that are possible, things to do after ArcoLinux installation. What people, some of you anyway, not all of you, but some of you do not know, that is we have a number of playlists on YouTube. So just click the link and this has here playlist. I think I saw it somewhere how many we have. I think it was 167 or something in that order. It's all so laid out for you so that you can find other stuff as well on ArcoLinux and i3Linux Mint. So lots of playlists, but lots of ArcoLinux things as well. So the ArcoLinux news things, Superflex, Plasma things, fun stuff, games, etc., etc. There's so many ways to binge watch actually, get all the information in one go. So use it. Of course, the search is great as well on YouTube. Here it is on the 672. Thought it was something like that. YouTube channel, and these are examples of lists. So we have here 31, 1 out of 31. You see the number, and if you click it, it's all about updating. Updating is important. We make lots of videos about it, and every video contains something new. That's a bit the way it is, because you encounter things. You update and you encounter things, and I start explaining stuff. So it's every video will show you much more than what the contents, the context or the text or the title can ever explain. We do not have that much characters up here to tell you what's inside. So that's that. The tutorials, I think that's the strength of ArcoLinux. If people ask me a question, it does not take a few minutes, and we have a video online, and everybody has the knowledge at that point in time. So keep asking questions, and will be copy pasting the URL of the website, or I'll make another video and point you to the new video. So tutorials, we try to help you with YouTube videos. This is the installation guide. So what can you do? What do I do after an installation? Well, I'll do these steps: step 1, step 2, step 3, 4, etc. And this is what I personally do. So you see what you keep, what you want to keep, what you like to do after your installation. But this is my approach after ArcoLinux clean install. Then dual booting, again, since it's so important, I see many people having issues. You know, my view of these things, if you can afford it, is probably the main reason. Then please use this guy, for instance, an SSD bay, or use a different laptop or a different PC to have both systems available, and Windows and Mac and Linux, and just install one operating system per machine. That's the ideal word, I know. So if not possible, then there are articles about dual booting, and Calamares can help you there. So again, here I can point you to the Calamares article, which contains a lot of information about dividing your hard disk up into partitions, so you have 3, 4, 5 Linux distributions, or Windows and Linux, etc., etc. So information about dual boots and information on BIOS and UEFI, since it's that important. People get stuck in Linux in the very first phase, they buy a computer and it's not set to load up Linux. And again, we find this article here, but I've visited so many computers and I've made small videos about it, small pictures about it. So in this particular PC, in that particular PC, and so on and so on. So if you watch one of them or several of them, you'll get to know, that's what I need to do in my PC. And then we're done in the start here menu, which means you go and find your way around in the menu, which has changed. So the way things have been put into categories have changed. The Calamares is here, that's an important one. And then the rescues. If you want us to help you, you need to give us information, proper information, and this is it. This is proper information. This article contains information about how to copy paste things, to paste bin it, how to give information when you're in the terminal, make Calamares reports, how to use Peek to film whatever's going around in your system on your end. Troubleshooting for us is super difficult. If we can't reproduce the problem on our PC, well, we just need to use our imagination, and that's not easy, right? So provide us with images as well, and ASCII Nema is very interesting to show what's going on in your terminal. So use these tools to make us smart. If we are smart, we can maybe together find a solution. And then in Superflex, this is a menu that's everywhere because we want to emphasize that since the end of 2019, we have now the possibility to install any desktop on our system, any desktop. And I believe in the beginning, we still have the image, so we can have any desktop on our system. You start up with XFCE, OpenBox i3, for instance, and then you just keep following our cheat sheet, installing things, and it's all, well, not all, but from time to time we just install something more on our system, make a video about it, and simple as that. You'll see, if you watch all these videos we already have, you'll see it's that easy. Yeah, it is. So we are now at ArcoLinux D, as you might notice. So our Superflex is all concentrated on this website and not on the ArcoLinux.com. Nothing much we can do about it's switching websites here, so we can't say open up in a new tab here. And download again goes again to the ArcoLinux information, so the ArcoLinux info. So we're pointing to different websites because, well, maintenance, right? One place to have the downloads. And then the listing. Listing, again, use the listing. This, of course, contains a lot of more articles. I mean, like a lot more articles. So see what knowledge we're sharing, see what you can get from the listing. Control Find will probably work if you want to have something about wallpaper. Use meta package to install a bunch of wallpaper. What's that about? And then you go and visit what's going on there. So that said, let's go over to another website, and that's ArcoLinux D, the next in the list. Tells you that yes, we're following the learning path, and that phase 2, 3, and 5, 5 being here, 4 being on ArcoLinux B. So that's a link to arcolinuxb.com, and this is D, and this is D. So phase 2 is still sticking to the 3 you know already from phase 1, and in phase 3 we got 12 more. What changed here? Again, the choose your project, telling, remember, 6 phases. Pre-installation, we never know which way people come in our websites, right? So choose your project is the best way to immediately tell people this is what it's about. That's ArcoLinux in a nutshell. 6 projects. Again, we find here the pre-installation elements, and the installation page contains lots of information, but again, we go to all the link on arcolinux.com all the articles we have about pre-installation will go there as well. Let's not wait for that. The installation page will provide us steps for ArcoLinux D, another ISO, right? Another ISO, some similar information, and at some point in time it says here how to install ArcoLinux D. And it's always gonna be the last version you can download. It's always that one. Then we go for the post installation, similar to the other one, but this is practically nil. I mean, it's black. ArcoLinux D means you install graphically, that's great, it's an easy installer, it's Calamares, but it's reboots into a black screen. So we just do a mirror, an update, an upall, and then you go to phase 2 or phase 3 and you say, I'm gonna install BSPWM, and you'll follow the tutorial of BSPWM. And that's that. So for the rest, oh yeah, a very important thing, all the articles about ArcoLinux, so phase 5, have been rewritten. So take a look. We've made this example, for instance, this image is there to make it understandable how an operating system is built and how we build up an operating system from scratch, because that's the ArcoLinux way to install, right? The Arch way, as they call it. And we have two, well, first of all, I should mention you should scroll down and continue reading here, because there are no menus to these pages. There are no menus to these pages. Maybe I'll consider putting it on here as well. But the point is, it's a kind of story you follow and say, okay, continue reading here. And at some point in time, of course, you get back to the menu and say, what do we choose? Do we choose the BIOS environment or we choose UEFI environment? But it's all document here which make the choose and the choice, I mean, and here we end up either here or either here. So then you choose, and what's the change we've made there? We've made it obvious also for me what I should type. This is blue with a shadow around it, and this means that's the thing I need to write minimally in my system to work. So this is nice, you can type it in, it's fine, but it's not needed, right? You can ping and all that, but this is needed. And that makes it easier for me to create a new ArcoLinux SSD, but also for you to make it more readable. So that's changed. The content, some videos were changed as well, I believe. Yeah, some videos have been changed. So you check them out. Archway, Phase 1, BIOS, and UEFI. Both of them have been updated, of course. And the rest is something similar, like the fixes and the help, like in the other websites. Again, you can fall back on a listing. Okay, I see I need to make the font a little bit smaller if I can. That's ArcoLinux D for you. And then we get to ArcoLinux B. In ArcoLinux B, we point you again to the same links, but these guys, the guys that come here want to build an ISO. That's very different. There's no information about awesome desktop, how to work with it, how to make the theme nicer, and so on. That's not here. That's ArcoLinux D. ArcoLinux B, the B stands for build. You build your own ISO. That's here. Again, we have this start here. Choose your project. You know what it's gonna be. And the images should reload again. There we are. And get started. So, what's important for you to know is first, make sure you know that it's okay to build. Are you a builder? Join us on Discord. We will notify you when not to build. When we are working on Calamares or other elements of our ISO, we'll first do it on a development GitHub and all that. But even so, at some point in time, we need to transfer data. And it's that point that it's critical not to build, right? So to avoid frustration, join us on Discord. I will say no building at this point in time. Start building again or not. So we'll show you an image that says start building again or no ArcoLinux building now. So you know what to do and when not to do it. Okay? So to get started, at some point in time you say it's okay to build. You've checked on Discord and you say let's go and build something, and you can choose between all these guys. And all what this is just what information is available here. You want to build ArcoLinux, our ISO, the way we build it, right? That's this. Or you want this but without Firefox, that's this. And this is the ArcoLinux DISO, without changes, with changes. And then the ISO, the full one, the minimal one, and there is also a bare one. 2 bares, 1 and 2. And you can make your own bare for all the rest. It's all explained in the tutorials. So people don't know, but it's a great source of making your own scripts, making your own ArcoLinux B versions. It's all in here. We have ArcoLinux B extended. We have created it, but we've not only created it, we've documented it. Right, 7 desktops in one ISO, maybe 1.8, maybe 1.10, maybe 1 everything, but it's here, it's documented, it's every step of the way, and it's a long list things to learn if you want to be able to build an ISO like that. So I think that covers everything that I've changed, or that's important for you guys. And again, the listing to choose from, which brings us to ArcoLinuxISO.com, which is the ISO which will host the Carly project, and Carly is the customized Arch Linux ISO. This is aside from all the links that are similar and the learning path that is explained, this is the most important part of changed web page at this point in time. Choose your product, you know what it is. This has been rewritten, so people know the distinction between ArcoLinux B ISO and Carly. Carly is starting from scratch, is starting from Arch ISO and build it up. ArcoLinux B is somewhere in the process. We say now build, press this button and build. That's not sharing the knowledge how to build an ISO. So it's from A till Z explained, or that's the goal anyway. And at this point in time in Carly 4. So the 4th version. At this point in time we're booting up with Plasma, as you can see on this photo. We'll do the rest of our menus we'll see later. We have no idea how to organize all these things. We'll see when we get further in our project how to do that. And then the listing is here as well. Because there are other installers, we'll take Calamares as a standards installer, which is obvious I think, but there are other Arch installers you can visit as well, and we'll learn from that as well. By installing them and looking at them, we'll get ideas and get what ifs, and that's important. All right, I think that concludes more or less what I was talking about in this article. So the fast track is a concentrated ArcoLinux and Arch Linux knowledge. Go and have a look and make it larger. Ask us questions and say, oh yeah, that's not in the fast track again, so we should put it in there. And so that's the Arch Linux new look. And if I've missed anything, well, I'm sure you'll find it on our website. Well, I hope this will help you, because it has been an investment of over a week, I think. And thanks again for all the people correcting all my English, my wrong spelling and wrong grammar. So if you're up to the challenge, you can join the team of the revision team here. the ArcoLinux revision team who are only concerned at looking at articles and the grammar and the spelling, if is everything correct or if things need to be changed or stuff like that. So you can join us if you like to contribute, not maybe then with money, but with time, and you're looking at the articles anyway. So if you can quickly drop me a text, say, hey, that article, that text, I think you should rewrite that. It is appreciated if you could help us improve our websites. All right, I'm out. Enjoy ArcoLinux, and if you can afford it, think about donating, guys. Cheers.